In this lesson, we're going to talk about the complement. The complement of a set A, we write as A with a little apostrophe above it. And the complement just simply means everything that's in the universal set that is not in A. So for example here, if I was looking for A complement, I would look at my universal set, and I would look at A, and what I would do is I would go through the universal set, and I would cross off the elements that are in A. Crossed off my 1, I crossed off my 2, I crossed off my 3, I crossed off my 4, and I crossed off my 5, because those were the elements that were in A. So everything that's left over, that is A complement, A with the little apostrophe. And when you see that in my math lab, you have to be sure that you notice when it has a little apostrophe, that means it's the complement. So A apostrophe is A, B, C, D, 7. So now let's use the complement with a union and an intersection. So for example, if I asked you to find A union B complement. Okay, so going back to our A and our B, first we need to know what B complement is in order to be able to union that with A. So I look for B complement and I say, oh, well, I've crossed this out. Let me rewrite it again. This was a 1, this was a 2, this was a 3, this was a 4, this was a 5. Okay, now B has A, B, C, D in it. So I look through my universal set, and I'll put my lines the other way, crossing those out. So we still had left the ones that were in the universal set. We only crossed them out before because we were looking for A complement. They're still in the universal set. They just aren't in A complement. So going back to our universal set, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We also have a 7 left. The A, B, C, D we crossed out this time because we were looking for B complement, and B has A, B, C, D in it. So B complement is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So now that we have B complement, we can union that with A. Well, A was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the union we said is all of everything. So A union B complement. Well, let's start off by listing A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then we look at B complement, and we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 written. And then we also have a 7 in B complement, so we write our 7 there on the end. If I wanted to draw this in a Venn diagram, I would draw my box. And in order to make your Venn diagrams, you have to say, okay, well, what circles do you have? I have an A. I also have a set B. And I have my universal set. Okay, in this set, A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. B is A, B, C, D. There is no 1 in B this time. I did not add the 1 in the end. And so there is no overlap between A and B. So nothing goes in this middle overlapping section. So then I simply go to my A and I list out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in my A circle. Then I go to my B and I say, well, B was A, B, C, D. And then I go to my universal set. My universal set was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is already listed. And then I have A, B, C, D, which is already listed. And then I have a 7 on the end, so I put my 7 out here. Okay, so if I wanted to look at A union B complement in this diagram, well, B complement is everything that is not in B. So this is B. So B complement is going to be everything outside of B. So I'm going to put these light lines to indicate to myself everything outside of B is B complement. And then A union B complement, well, A was this. I'm going to draw my lines in a different direction. A does include this overlapped area, but there were no elements in the overlapped area, so we don't have to worry about it. But we would include that if we were writing this out, if we had an element that was overlapping, we would still include that because it would still be an A. And so everything in my shaded region is going to go here in A union B complement, and that is exactly what we had. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we had our 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7.